Hi, good morning and welcome to our meditation. Today is the 13th of November and we start a new chapter in Proverbs in our meditations. And we are talking since last year on grace, wisdom and words. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 1, to humans belong the plans of the heart, but from the Lord comes the proper answer of the tongue. So I would like to meditate today on the heart. How is this heart? How is your heart? And what do we do? How do we behave ourselves when we haven't got the Spirit of God in us? Romans chapter 3 verses 10 to 18. In chapter 1, parts of chapter 1, chapter 2, and parts of chapter 3 of Romans, Paul is going to describe first the situation of the Gentiles and then of the Jewish people, his own people, without Christ. How we are without Christ. As it is written, there is no one righteous, not even one. There is no one who understands. There is no one who seeks God. All have turned away. They have together become worthless. There is no one who does good, not even one. Their throats are open graves. Their tongues practice deceit. The poison of vipers is on their lips. Their mouths are full of cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Ruin and misery mark their ways, and the way of peace they do not know. There is no fear of God before their eyes. You might say, my throat is not an open grave. Well, I hope not. But with one word, you can kill a person with a tongue. One word. When people say you are stupid, it is so bad that Jesus says that people can go to hell just because they're calling other people stupid. There is judgment on words. And that's what he's saying here. Their feet are swift to shed blood. How is your heart? That's the question. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 14 says, the person without the Spirit of God does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness and cannot understand them because they are discerned only through the Spirit of God. Things from the Spirit of God are only discerned through the Spirit of God. So we need the Spirit of God in our hearts. And if you have the Spirit of God, you belong to Christ, says Romans chapter 8 verse 9. So God is going to change your heart. Jeremiah 17:9 says the heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it? Who? We are very, very, very complicated people. Jesus wants us to be just like him, to have his thoughts in us, to have his life in us. But you'll have to give your life to him. And if your life belongs to Christ, your heart is not going to be like Romans chapter 3, verse 10 to 18. In his pride, the wicked man does not seek God. In all his thoughts, there is no room for God. Is there any room for God in your heart? That's the question. So I pray that today you decide to give your heart to God. And if you haven't done so, if you have already done so, you understand that your throat cannot be an open grave because Jesus is in you. May God bless you and may God have mercy on us.